The thing is who put me under this curse, Poppy or Raven? The thing is I had already healed my life and I was completely clean. You just barged right into my life. You were entitled to just put me through a shit show for 20 years, 10 years, 10 years of poo. Day in, day out, culture, bullying. I've disappeared. Like, I haven't been existing since 2023. You've just made me extinct. And I was not welcome here. You've made these exclusive clubs. I got told about police selling my photos to the journalists and the Nelson clique being real assholes to me. That I'm a fucking dog. So, I mean, so not only am I being degraded and put down again and again and again in massive social circles and massive social spheres, massively I'm being put down. Not once. I just want to say, if you had your face disfigured, do you have mummy, Molly cuddling you? Like, I mean, you look at what's her name, Dana Villain. Did she have somebody Molly cuddling her? Yeah, her mother and her sister sat by her bed nurturing her when she was sick. Yeah, I had it one time. My mum. Now you just keep me alone so you can beat me and do whatever the fuck you want to me. And it's so I didn't sign a contract with anybody. I don't understand why I'm paying somebody else's karma, but I want my right to die because you have imprinted on my life and I have never ever consented. I didn't want this in my life. I just wanted to get on with my own life. I just wanted to fix my face, basically, after the first time. And then when I came back, I realised it's actually, like, worse than what I think. It's actually a toilet video, and it's actually a massive culture thing. And then I find out that the government was demonising me, that I was, like, what? That I was stealing or something, or that I'm not really disabled. I don't even know how to answer that anymore. But I'm just saying, I think there's been a big lot of trauma that you've put in my life that I had healed. So you've ruined a massive part of my life. Now that healing time that I spent 15 years healing, you wrecked it within 3 years. You don't know who the fuck I am. You don't know what the fuck people go through. You just decided entirely, but I want to have that kind of life too. But I want to feel happy too. But I want to feel healed too. You just smashed through my life. Like that 15 years didn't matter. And you've just erased years and years of isolation, time alone, suffering to get my life back on track. So that I could live a really nice life. I was pretty humble. But it's like you won't let me be known by anybody. Like, not even like just walking around communities and stuff. Like, I'm not allowed to talk to anybody. Like, I'm being jewed out by the blondes. Like, they're going around communities and blaming me for all the shit that I'm really innocent about. And India, and I don't deserve any of this. So you took me out of my home just to torture me here, that I'm the blame of everything, and then tell me I'm fucking gross in this massive campaign of this Trump, that I'm ugly, and then to find out that I'm also being held hostage in a sewage by the cops, that I'm a dog head, and that I've got a really gross body, and I'm fucking gross and rancid and stink, and that there was a massive farming going on in Christchurch that was illegal, that my fanny flaps were like really ruined, and they've tortured the inside of it. And I'm just saying, you can warp a reality to the whole world, but for me, internally, I'm still the same person. And you're keeping me as less quality, you're keeping me as meat. I don't understand how I can love myself when you've done this irreparable damage. I just want to really ensure that you understand what I'm trying to say. I spent years healing myself. Years. And I need to go to work. Like, I need to be able to go to work, and I cannot do art without an audience, can I? I cannot work if people don't want to have some sort of joy looking at my art. Isn't that the payoff? Isn't that why we go to work? Isn't that why we build reputations and names? Because there's a payoff. There's always some sort of reason you've got a behaviour. So there's some sort of payoff at this guy keeping me a dog. There's some sort of payoff him raping me and degrading me. There's some sort of payoff of him putting me down in front of other people. He likes it. He's got a taste for it. So what I'm saying is I'm just an innocent victim of this person making me a man, publicly hanging me all these years, dragging me around a snake oil, torturing me against my HIPAA laws. There's a lot that went on in my life of torturing me. But if I built a foundation that was very strong to carry myself in my own life, and you've dug it up, and you want me to be a gypsy all over the world, the thought of that makes me terrified. I don't want to be a gypsy at all. Like, I like travelling and things like that, but the thought of being a gypsy scares the hell out of me. And I'm not allowed to hire cars. I'm not allowed to do all these things. So, one, he's given me huge problems by erasing my name and making me somebody else in the public. That's a huge problem for me. As all my references say I'm somebody else, and I think I'm somebody else, but yet everybody else in the public thinks I'm somebody else, and that I'm sitting in my room as being a lazy fat pig. But I got no choices. I don't know what to do. And I did not just spend all these years doing confidence building, which is also to do with being parts of communities and having some sort of way to give to people where I've learnt something and I can share that knowledge gives me some sort of contentment in my life. I cannot do that. I don't get a payoff. I'm not getting any emotional payoff. I'm not getting any financial payoff. All I'm doing is giving and labouring. So love myself, I don't know how to anymore, because all I am is I just feel like a specimen. I feel like I'm just attacked all the time as a fat pig. I feel like I'm not allowed to have any social support. I feel like I'm never allowed to be cared about. You just kind of stripping away my rights to feel like I belong. You've taken away my sense of belonging. You've taken away my sense of community. You've taken away my sense of my customs, like my customs with my culture. You've taken away the love of all of my uncles and all these things. Like, you've made me really trash to everybody. And you're trying to make me love myself. And I'm just saying, but you never let me work. Isn't going to work part of our esteem? I never get the payoff for anything I create or work. It goes to the black family. And everything of my family that have worked hard for all these things all these years, they just all trash me and erase me, and I'm not allowed anything. I'm expected to keep building you guys everything. Like, I don't feel inspired to build anything, because I just feel like you're going to take it off me. Because you fucking can. So why should I ever do anything? I mean, you just call me rubbish every day. So what you've taught me, this is what your conditioning has done to me. You've taught me I am actually worthless. I am not worth anything. Everything I worked for, you've taught me all this psychological torture that you don't appreciate that I worked hard as a woman. So you actually want to beat me up for anything that I've worked for in my life. So why would I feel the need to go after goals? Because what you're teaching me is there's no payoff for going after my goals. You're actually training me up to make me think I'm going to get the shit beaten out of me, and all these women are going to get more and more fancy vagina makeovers, fancy nipple extenders, and purpling their nipples and making their eyes so beautiful and their lips huge and their asses hard as a rock, and parading them around in these dancing things. So what you're teaching me is no matter what I do, everybody else is going to get rewarded but me. My neighbours are going to get major car deals, major deals with gift vouchers and major community involvement of love and cherishing. And I still am being punished no matter what. So this is what your conditioning has done to me. You make me feel like no matter what I do, I'm going to be abused. So don't tell me there's something wrong with me psychologically, because this is what's happened to me. I can't be fucked anymore. There's no payoff. There's no reason to continue. There's no love left. So you're inhumane experiment has just been very, very inhumane, and you should actually be down in one of the most cruel, inhumane Nazi experiments. Because why would I spend all this time going to these counsellors and all this time working with people that were less fortunate or were elderly and had suffered, to understand the human condition and to have a sense of compassion and feeling towards these people that are suffering or just stuck in life, for you to really punish me in public that I was ugly and my heart's not worth it, I'm fucking gross. So you're punishing me again for being a good person. That's what I'm learning. Do you understand? I'm being conditioned like that. You're conditioning me you're conditioning me that if I'm good looking, I'm going to get the whack. So every time I get good looking, you've ruined my appearance. So why would I feel the need to go run and be good looking? Because all I'm going to do is get more problems and more whacks. That's all I see. So you've given me a myriad of issues. As I can't move forward because there's no one to support me, and you're punishing me, and I'm being blackmailed in a vault of these Americans that have vagina videos that want to blackmail me out of my own heart. So as far as I'm concerned, you have completely ruined my life and ended my life and have ended my right to live a good life. So I want my right to die, because it's worse than that. It's been psychological pain all these years. You're also conditioning me that no matter what I want to do in my life, I will not succeed, because you've made sure all these power structures are above me so I can't succeed in anything. Like, nobody else gets oppression. You're just going against one woman that had a disability that was doing amazing in life, and you got all these Chinese mafia after me. You got all these fucking Japanese mafia after me, beating the shit out of me. You got all these Tongans removing me off the land. You got all these fucking real barbarian Australians beating the shit out of me to death because I said a couple of words. So you're teaching me I'm not worthy of my voice as well. I'm not worthy, and you're teaching me that I've got to be manly and ugly and have it up the arse because you don't like me. So all I've really learnt is that nobody likes me. You don't like me, you're paying billions of dollars for me to never be liked or loved, and you are very against me in this life, and that all of my exes and all of my happy memories, you want to hold it hostage in a vault, because she also has to have this value of love and happiness over her life. I have to be more devalued, and I am also not allowed any friends. I'm also not allowed any social media, because, you know, these kids are more important than me. I have to be really degraded. So what you've learnt, conditioned me to believe in this life, is there's no point. So I want my right to die.